start an Ironclad run. $100 gold card reward. I never remove 2 cards because you want to remove strikes, but you don't want to remove them before the first elite, and this is before the first elite. And I usually don't trade out for a boss relic on Ironclad because Ironclad's Burning Blood's quite good. Let's see if there's an early shop for the 100 gold. Hi, Solwa. Sol. Oh my gosh, that's not pronounceable. You know it. There's no way to do it. Solwa. Neat. Yeah, appreciate the view. I'm sort of in the like Jorb's family of streamers, where I'm trying to explain everything I'm doing. Hoff is also in this family too. Soul, okay. Thank you, I appreciate it. You love the double striker move, huh? I feel like that's really risky, isn't it? Maybe if you take like 4 fights, you can get enough attacks back to kill Gremlin Knob after 4 striker move. That's kind of fun. Alright, let's do it then. No, 18 damage? Surely not. 18 damage, remove 2 cards. We'll bleed so much health. That's right, Hoff, my favorite streamer. Here, get a clip of that. I endorse Hoff for president of the United States. That's right, he's running for president. He didn't know, but I knew. I knew in my heart. So we could take this early shop and do these 3 fights. There's no way to get a fire before the elite. If we do this elite, we're forced to do another one. But that's probably okay. And then we get a fire before the 3rd one. Either way we go. That's right, you weren't even on the ballot in any of the primary states. You gotta really get your I'm not even sure what your path is, but I'm willing to endorse. I think I just want the gold. Actually, this shop is kind of awkwardly too early, so we would end up with like 210 gold, which is a little bit low. So I kind of think I don't want to do that. So I think we're just going to take the card reward, and then we'll do this route. This route's good because we get the 3 easy pool fights, and then with the card reward, we might be powerful enough to take a hard fight intentionally, and then do elites. Well, let's see what it is. Ooh, Searing Blow. Is this a Searing Blow path? We'd probably have to take these 2 fires instead of the elite. And then there's 1 early. No, I don't think this is a Searing Blow, just because we have Spot Weakness available too. Spot Weakness is sort of equally good at scaling. So we'll take Spot Weakness. Alright, we've got a plan. Break them both, and defend for 5. Take 2. Maybe we can heal for 4 on the fight, looks like. Vulnerable Potion's useful. I think Sword Boomerang is pretty clearly the pick here. We've got Spot Weakness, so we've got some strength scaling already. Nice to multiply that strength by 3. The biggest mistake that new players make. I think a lot of people have experience with deck building games in other contexts, whether it's like Magic or other games like that. And the temptation can be to try and build like a synergy deck, right? So a lot of people get caught up building like claw decks for a defect, or like shiv decks for silent. But the way that Slay the Spire actually works is you have to be focused on solving the next couple of problems that are in front of you. Generally, claw and shiv decks are not going to be good at solving one or more of those problems. So you'll run into problems later on if you fall into those traps. Alright, we can mostly block out here, do some damage. That's true, avoiding elites is a common mistake. We can either get strength or develop vulnerable here. I think I like strength because we get 9 damage now versus 8 damage now, and the residual strength is better than the residual vulnerable. That was lethal. I'm going to restart the fight so I take 2 less damage. Did something different happen? Or did I just erase that turn from my memory? I'm not sure what happened here. I tried to repeat this fight the same way, and I apparently failed. Is this lethal? So it's 11, so he takes 6 damage and goes to 18. Yeah, it's definitely lethal. Okay. Okay. Cleave's great. Get some AoE, strength scaling. We're against Guardian. So Cleave doesn't have any special power, but it's good anyway. We're pretty close to max health, so if we take max HP damage, we take real damage as well. We're not going to a shop. Yeah, I think we just skip this. Alright. Vulnerable for next turn. Definitely doing spot weakness and definitely doing sword boomerang. Looks like we have lethal too. Yeah, sure. You think skipping floor 3 Golden Idol is crazy? That's interesting feedback. I like to do Golden Idol when the max HP doesn't cost me anything. Also, floor 3 is a great time to pick it, for sure. Okay, so let's talk about how valuable Golden Idol is. So it is what percentage of additional gold? It's like 20%. Where are you, Golden Idol? It is 25%. 25%. So how much gold do we expect to get over the course of a run? So we expect to get, like, maybe 500 gold over the course of a run. So if we get 25% extra, we get an additional 125. So we kind of go from, like, 2.5 efficient shops worth of gold to, like, maybe 3. Yeah, maybe even a 4th one, potentially. And we do generally see about 3 shops in a fight. It looks like for this particular path, we're probably going to skip an Act 1 shop. Wait, what? Am I, like, totally off base with my 500 gold estimate? You think you get 500 gold from elite fights alone? There are some Act 2 and Act 3 events that synergize with it. Mainly just avoiding the negative outcomes of the Forgotten Altar. Hazel, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Yeah, so if we get an extra, let's say 120 gold, let's call it 200 gold. Let's just be nice, because there's some upside to, like, Maui Head could get us a bunch of gold. If we get an extra 200 gold for taking, I would normally think the 7 max HP would be what we choose, but although it is also an option to take a bunch of damage. That seems pretty reasonable. You're sort of like paying for a reverse mango. But that 200 gold comes like way later in the run. Yeah, but like, you know, I have bought strawberries for like 150, so getting a reverse strawberry that pays off slightly more seems fine. Yeah, I think I stand by my decision. I don't think it was right to spend the health there. I think we skip these. We've got pretty good stuff so far with spot weakness. We don't have any synergy for body slam. You can take non-permanent damage, sure, but we're gonna have trouble fighting all these elites if we take the damage. Because we want to have a 3 elite route, ideally. Can we take an extra fight before this elite? I think we can. We're at 75 health. I would be afraid if we were at like 40 health, but at 75 we should have enough left to still fight Gremlin Knob, survive, go to a fire, and fight another elite. So I'll take a voluntary fight here. Cleave Strike kills the back one, or we could just cleave double defend and take 7. Cleave Strike defend, he hits for 9 and we take 4. That seems better. We've got a bunch of potions now. Pommel Strike seems okay. We've skipped the first body slam. If we'd taken both, we'd be pretty excited to find a bunch of weird stuff in an entrench. I think I'll take a Pommel Strike just because it's such an aggressive route. We feel okay about that. Pommel Strike's good in this fight. I think I favored Defend Strike over Bash. We do have a Vulnerable Potion, so we could theoretically Bash and then Vulnerable Potion. But I think I would like to spend only one potion this fight, and I think that potion's going to be the deck spot. Sword Boomerang's great because we have strength, but then it kind of sucks because you can't control it. If it hits all this guy, do we have lethal? We have 18 plus 18, 36, yeah, but it can't afford to miss even once. So that's a 1 in 27. I guess we'll see if it happens. Yeah, okay. Probably want double defend then. Plan on killing him for the next time around. Cleave's great. We could cause a shuffle with Pommel Strike, but we want it to shuffle as late as possible because we want all the positive value cards in the deck with all the dazes. I guess if we shuffle now, we avoid a round of 6 dazes, so maybe that is valuable. Let's see, there's 9 dazes in the deck so far. Yeah, I guess avoiding 6 does sound pretty good. Okay, I'll shuffle now. And now we're just playing whatever we see. Be able to kill him next turn, hopefully. Ooh, missed. This looks like lethal. The boot. Classic. We can take a Wild Strike and try to do Evolve synergy stuff. Wild Strike also just like does a ton of damage. Pick Corruption. Try and figure out a way to make that work. Corruption's a great card. We don't have any anything to do with it right yet. I'll take a Wild Strike just to go fight the next elite. Next elite can be Gremlin Knob, so it would be nice to kill him. Armaments would be a good first upgrade. That's true, but I did not pick that. So seems like it's either Bash or Spot Weakness. Bash is better against Gremlin Knob. Spot Weakness is better against Lagavulin. We have a vulnerable potion, so I'm going to lean away from Bash. Could take Sword Boomerang too. I think I like Spot Weakness. Get that scaling. Here's Gremlin Knob. Ooh, we got turn 1 Spot Weakness. That's not good. Never mind. I thought it was good. It's not good. I think we need the vulnerable potion. Sure. Bash keeps the vulnerable going. We're going to play at least one strike. Let's see, Bash does 12 versus 18, so we're missing 6 damage to do Bash. And then we have, assuming we get all 3 of these next turn, we have 18 plus 13 is 31 plus 12 is 43 damage. So either of these lines kills him. So then, assuming we don't get it, is Bash or Strike better? Is there a reason to believe one of those is better? I don't think there is. I think this is literally exactly the same. If you don't, all strikes are better. Why? Because if I don't draw it, then I'm going to play the 2 that I do draw, and then next turn I get a guaranteed lethal no matter what. Actually, the only way we can miss is if Pommel Strike is the last card. Because Pommel Strike will draw the other card if we don't. I think it makes literally no difference. Oh, Pommel Strike is the last card. Wow, that's rude. Gee. I guess we block for 4 then. Since we did the vulnerable, Pommel Strike will hit for 13. Would he be dead now? That's true. Alright, well since I was just like logically wrong, then I will do it the correct way. Oh shit, I forgot the vulnerable potion. Yep, I did it wrong, so I'm restarting. It feels really silly to use a vulnerable potion and then still have the boot go off. Double strike. Wow, this is something. We already have 1 copy of Wild Strike, which kind of says we should pick a second one so that we can get extra value out of like Medical Kit and like Fiend Fire and True Grits later. But maybe we should just take a True Grit now. We also have Strength Scaling, so Sword Boomerang's good. These are all defensible. We're getting a little bit late in the act to just be picking all attacks though, so I think I'd like to pick up that True Grit. Okay, give me the scoop on the Golden Idol math. Yeah, I think I take True Grit. Seems fine. We're gonna go right or left. It seems like we're probably taking the fight either way, so then it's the same up to here. So basically, do we want the shop? Late shop seems okay. It would be even better if we had Golden Idol. Yeah, okay, I'll take the shop. There's a real relic. Cleave is godly here. And then we'll block and take some damage. If we'd found spot weakness on that first turn, we would have killed this front one. But we can kill them all now, so whatever. Took -2 on the fight, we healed. Are we combust synergy? I don't think so. We don't have tungsten rod or anything. I think we skip here. The act boss is Automaton, or the person I've been calling Automaton, but his actual name is Guardian. It's really nice to get a True Grit upgrade, since it changes so much how the card works. It would also be nice to get a Bash upgrade. Get that extra turn of Vulnerable. Pommel Strike, also get an extra card. A lot of good upgrades to be had. I think True Grit's the most important. It does work. Well, wait, sorry, Pain. Is Pain the one I just did? Because it kind of works with half of that synergy package and doesn't work with the other half. It does negate the damage from the things that hurt you at the end of your turn. But it does not do the thing where when you take damage from your own card, blah blah blah, it negates that trigger. Okay. Looks like we're proccing Centennial Puzzle this turn. So we're probably getting Spot Weakness Cleave next turn, which will be nice. So we're planning on having 12 AoE damage. Which is probably still not going to be enough to kill that sentry. If we do 12 AoE plus this, that's going to be 16 damage. 12 plus 16 is 28. So we can skip a strike if we're planning on drawing Wild Strike. If we're planning on drawing anything else instead, then we should strike now. But I guess I'll defend and let next turn do its thing. Oh, you mean Pain. Yeah, it does work with Pain. You take 1 less damage. There's Cleave. We missed Spot Weakness, which is too bad. This might be the Speed Pot turn. We could Speed Pot, True Grit, Defend to block out. Although just True Grit Defend already blocks for 14, so Speed Pot only blocks for 6. We always want to Cleave, I think. We could Pommel Strike and look for Spot Weakness before we Cleave. But I think we probably just want to Cleave, Defend True Grit. Wait a minute. You're saying Gold Idol gives you 1,200 gold? That can't be right. You mean 1,200 total gold? Oh, I see. Okay. I think maybe we block with just True Grit, and instead of the Defend, we do a Wild Strike. If we do the next turn, Bash is lethal. But then we're skipping Spot Weakness? Yeah, if we Wild Strike, we don't shuffle. So you're saying it's 300 gold. That's slightly more than I was saying. We can kill the one in the back. I guess killing one in the back blocks for more than true gritting. I'm a little bit afraid of... we have to kill him with Pommel Strike, and if we Pommel Strike and draw Spot Weakness, we miss a shuffle with Spot Weakness. Whereas if I Wild Strike this turn, then Spot Weakness is in this shuffle and next shuffle. Sword Boomerang could kill him. It's pretty unlikely, though. Yeah, I guess I don't care that much about Spot Weakness. If it comes up and we miss it, that's fine. Ah. Yep, still need to block for 10. Okay, that hurts. We're going to play at least one defend. We can do 8 damage or we can block for 5. I think I like doing 8 damage. I'm taking 5. There's Spot Weakness finally showing up. Hopefully we can kill this sentry before he kills us. I'll take it. That's a mistake. I don't need to do this. I guess it's not a mistake. It was going to exhaust either way, but... almost lethal. Well, Elixir's not very good. Fairy and Bolt's very good, so... Headbutt's great. Headbutt helps us get our Spot Weakness back. It ends up being kind of awkward to try and do that against Guardian. But I'll do it anyway. We can Spot Weakness and then kill 2 slimes. Or we can just kill 2 slimes. Oh wait, Headbutt doesn't kill a slime without Spot Weakness. Very well. I choose you, and I choose you. We don't need another Spot Weakness. Wait, we don't need that. We can just... If this hits one person twice, it kills them. If it hits all of them once, then I can kill 2 of them? I guess if it hits all of them once, then I kill the Spike Slime and True Grit. Okay. Sure. We have Strength Scaling for Heavy Blade. That seems fine. We need more block. Maybe we'll get it at the shop. That's more block. That's really scary. So we can take all the Smooth Stone, card remove a strike. What else could we do? I suppose that's true as well. I had guaranteed lethal, so I stopped thinking about it. Or guaranteed take no damage, which is what I cared about. So these 2 relics are bad, and this relic is good. So we should buy this relic. Because all these cards, none of them are like stand out good. It would be nice if this was a... Yeah, Strike is really terrible for Guardian. This is Matryoshka. At least that's how I've tried to pronounce it. You get extra relics, but not from the boss, which I'm about to do. It's really nice to get Matryoshka here, and then you get one immediately, but that's not what happened. I think oddly Smoothstone card remove a strike is pretty fine. I would like to buy a potion, but my existing potions are pretty good, so I will skip them. And these cards aren't good enough to spend money on. So if we'd taken Golden Idol, we would have had extra gold at this shop, but this was kind of a terrible shop, so we would have just left with extra gold, I think. Seems like we can probably afford to smith. Maybe we just upgrade a defend. So if you look, so my health total right now is 36. If I had taken like 24 from the Golden Idol event, we would be like struggling to survive right now. And like it would be fine. We would be resting here instead of taking an upgrade, and we still would have made it through the act. But I don't know. The gold would not have had a chance to pay off so far. I think we're taking a defend plus. Defending is pretty important against Guardian. So let's give that a shot. Spot weakness heavy blade probably breaks him, right? So this goes up to, I get to 5 strength, and then this, so I get 12 extra damage on this, goes up to 29. Yeah, 29 breaks it by itself. Whap. That's true, we did overheal. I think we only overhealed in one fight, though. We only lost like 4 health to overhealing. Alright, we can just block out this turn. We could get in a Wild Strike too if we wanted to. Or Headbutt. The thing we really want to Headbutt though is Spot Weakness, and we're already we don't have that in the discard. I wish I could Spot Weakness Bash Sword Boomerang, but that's too much energy. If we Spot Weakness Sword Boomerang Strike, do we break him? Probably not. So we go by 12 damage again. Wait, that can't be right. No, it is right. So this does 24 right now, it goes up by 12 to 36, and then this does 16. 36 plus 16 is 52, so we do actually break him. Okay. I thought at the time you were arguing for just taking the flat damage, but I don't mean to strawman you, so you're free to define your own arguments. We want to defend for sure. I guess we could just get him. We're doing so much damage now. I think we want to preserve health a little bit, but I'm not skipping Heavy Blade with 9 strength. Alright, see you later, Soul. I hate to skip a Sword Boomerang, but I think I will, just to block. We're winning the fight pretty easily, so I feel pretty good about that. Bash, Pommel Strike breaks him. Although, yeah. I guess we could Pommel Strike Headbutt back the Spot Weakness, though. 50% of the time. Sweet. Hey, Smeen. I almost pronounced your name wrong. And I was like, I can't say that out loud. But then I looked at it harder and determined I could say it out loud. Do we have lethal? No, not quite. Alright, let's just keep rolling. See if we can try and take 0 damage. We could take 1 damage to do 25 here. But we have Heavy Blade coming up, so we have probably a 0 damage kill. Get him. Alright, Demon Form, Feed, or Double Tap. All of these are very good. I would love to double tap a Heavy Blade with 19 strength. Demon Form helps you scale your strength, although we already have strength scaling. And then Feed gets us that sweet, sweet max HP and a side quest. I think I like Feed. We already have, Demon Form is great, but we already have Spot Weakness Plus, so we don't super need that to scale. And Feed is something you can't get anywhere else. Double Tap is cool too, but whenever I'm picking Double Tap, I think, why don't I just pick the card that I want to play with Double Tap again? And like sometimes there's a good answer to that question, right? Like if you're playing Searing Blow, you can't pick a second Searing Blow because the one is special. And sometimes the answer is like, well, I want to double tap something expensive, or I want to upgrade it and play 2 attacks twice with it, right? So I want to get some sort of multiplicative stuff out of it. But I don't know if any of those answers really apply to double tap right now. Like I could just take another Heavy Blade if I want another Heavy Blade. But it's Feed. Sozu's pretty reasonable. We've got some really good potions. We could hold on to Fairy in a Bottle for conceivably the rest of the run. Speed Pot is a little bit less extremely good. We probably can't take... well, we could take Fusion Hammer. The argument for Fusion Hammer is we just took Feed, so maybe we're trying to get a bunch of max HP and spend Campfire's healing. These aren't bad relics, these are great. Ectoplasm we can take because we didn't take, what's it called? Oh shoot, I ruined the joke by forgetting the name of the relic. The Spelunky relic, Golden Idol. We're free to take Ectoplasm because we didn't take Golden Idol. But I think Sozu's probably the pick here. Alright, Hyper Beam guy? Is that... Yeah. Okay. We want to dodge these shops. Yeah, Ectoplasm is kind of the bottom of the barrel for energy relics, I agree with that. If we're dodging these, then we either have to take 4 fights here, yikes, or we can take 3 fights here in an elite. 4 fights and then a fire is probably easier than 3 fights and then an elite with no resting. So maybe we end up over here, and then we're forced into another elite. But then we get an extra fire after it. I think that's okay. Not crazy about taking 4 fights, but I don't see an alternative. It's fun to have Vajra and Oddly Smoothstone. You're just like slightly better at everything. We could bash Sword Boomerang, which is kind of neat because the first Sword Boomerang would proc the boot, and then we would take off 3 plated armor. We could defend with that as well, and then only take 12. That seems okay. We can Spot Weakness Headbutt, get that combo going. and then like double defend. Well, you're never forced to take Golden Idol, so you can't ever be like surprised by an Ectoplasm Gold Idol anti-synergy. We could Wild Strike to get... oh, I guess Headbutt also gets the plated armor, huh? So we're definitely doing that and this. And then the question is, do we take more plated armor and try to end the fight? Or do we block for 8? I think we split the difference. This isn't lethal, right? No, not quite. So I'll block for 4. Ouch. Stupid avocado. We can't quite get him because he has 27 health. We can get feed in the next hand though, so I'll just let it roll. I don't believe it was lethal, but it could have been. We did get feed again. Wow. See, we would have missed the feed if we'd gone for that early lethal. That was the strategy. Really late Searing Blow is probably out. Anger? Are we an anger deck? No, I don't think so. I think we skip here. Alright, second and last easy fight. Let's... Pommel Strike's actually a little bit scary, because if we draw Spot Weakness, we don't get to use it. This is the only turn where we don't get to use it. But I think I'll do it anyway. I don't want to miss 10 damage. I'll headbutt the Pommel Strike back and do some damage. Is Bash Pommel Strike feed lethal? 9 plus 10 is 19, plus 11 is 40? No, not lethal. Okay, let's Pommel Strike then and see what we draw. Sword Boomerang. Okay, is Sword Boomerang Strike feed lethal? 12 plus 7 is 19, plus 11 is 30, so no. Alright, then let's defend and get the max damage, which is Sword Boomerang Strike, assuming we're not getting through his artifact charges. I guess that's not technically the max damage, it's max damage while preserving the possibility of feeding. We probably have lethal here with Spot Weakness, Heavy Blade, Wild Strike. Do we want to do that? I think we probably do. Otherwise we're blocking for 11 and taking 11. So Spot Weakness gets me to... so this does 17. See you later, Troll Fun. Plus 12 is 29. And then Wild Strike does the last 1 damage. Sure. There's an upgraded Armaments. It's quite a bit different card than regular Armaments. And we're a little bit behind on upgrades, planning on using that max HP to rest. I like Armaments Plus too, it's like a little mini Apotheosis. Power Through is also quite good, and we have a True Grit Plus, so we're not too afraid of the wounds. But I'm kind of excited about the Armaments Plus, so I think I'm going to pick that. Upgrades Feed, Heavy Blade, Pommel Strike, Bash, Sword Boomerang. Okay. It's my second hard fight. This is the second hard fight? This is the first hard fight. This is a very easy fight to feed in, so I would feel bad feeding right now. So I guess we just trigger away the Ascender's Bane. Not very impressive, but I could get this strike, but the strike does fairly meaningful damage right now. We need to get him to 21 damage so that she chooses to heal. We can't do it this turn, but we can do it next turn. Yikes, getting attacked for 31. Alright, there's nothing can be done about it. We'll just do some damage, block as much as we can. Now they're both blocking. Rude. We could spot weakness and headbutt, just to put spot weakness back on top. Or we could just headbutt, cleave, sword boomerang, strike. Let's sword boomerang first and see if we have lethal or anything. Looks like we do. If we headbutt something back, we get it with armaments. So if we get something back, we can upgrade. We could plan on eating him next turn with armaments, heavy blade, feed. If we headbutt back feed, instead of killing him right now. He won't be vulnerable though, so we'll have to do, what is it, 30 damage? She heals for 20. Let's check it out. She does indeed heal for 20. So we'd have to do 30 damage with 0 strength, because we're not headbutting spot weakness, so 1 strength, I guess. So feed does 11. Heavy blade is going to do 17. 11 plus 17 is 28. So we'd have to find a strike as well. I think I'd rather just plan on eating Mystic later. That's true, we would have done slightly more damage. But we only have 1 strength, so it would have done 2 more damage for Heavy Blade. I guess that would have made the difference though, huh? Because it was 28. So we can block for 11 and Wild Strike her. In order to do that, we have to exhaust Heavy Blade. Or Spot Weakness. Which is kind of gross, but... this says 24, so feed is lethal. Ooh, Flame Barrier. Seems like it's pretty obviously the pick. We only have 20 cards in the deck. It's a pretty thin deck for beginning of Act 2. Or I guess I was thinking we were in midway through Act 2 because we just did a hard fight, but we are still early in Act 2. Healing for a bunch seems nice. Disarm is really nice. It's Hyper Beam guy though, so the minus strength is not super useful. What card do we need? If we could pick any card out of Slay the Spire's library, what would we pick? Demon Form's nice. We actually passed on Demon Form to pick Feed. I think I just heal. Battle Trance Plus, that's a good one. Yeah, I think healing is probably the best. Also, I don't think this gives you upgraded cards unless you have an egg. So Battle Trance Plus was not an option. Although I did say any card from the library, so technically you're within your rights. I'll let you off with a warning. We could feed right now. It seems like a waste. I hate this fight. We're gonna die. So let's just strike. I think since this fight is so scary, I'll just feed right now too, just to get the damage and get rid of a defend. Flame Barrier's good. So we just spot weakness Flame Barrier? Sure. Waiting around for a Heavy Blade. We need to get that Heavy Blade upgraded too. Gross. 3 energy Heavy Blade. There's not a lot of good options. I guess we could like strike, Wild Strike, defend, but like Heavy Blade does almost as much damage. Actually, it does more damage than both. Wow. Okay, so we'll Heavy Blade over Wild Strike and then defend. Take 4. Here's Wild Strike again. This time with Bash. Let's Pommel Strike. Let's see what we get. Alright, so we'll True Grit and Wild Strike. One mana Flame Barrier is nice. What would we headbutt back? Probably the True Grit? Or maybe the Flame Barrier. I guess the Flame Barrier. Getting eaten alive. 0 mana armaments, okay. And I guess we can kill him. Stupid Snecko. There's our second chance at disarm. It looks like we're resting before the elite. So taking disarm seems good. Alright, here he is, Book of Stabbing. Flame Barrier is quite nice. You can develop some Vulnerable as well. Keep that feed for later. Eat the book. Armaments with a 9-card hand is nice. Wait, is this a 9-card hand? It's an 8-card hand. I don't know why I thought it was 9. We could Pommel Strike first to get an extra card, and then maybe we could get Disarm and upgrade it and use it. I think that's so good that I'll do it. Plus, a Heavy Blade could get upgraded. That's nice too. Ah, classic upgraded Ascender's Bane. So we're taking 21, currently blocking for 6, taking 5, or, wow, 15. We could block for 9 and take 6 instead, or we can Sword Boomerang and Wild Strike. We don't really have anything we super want to headbutt. Flame Barrier is fine, but costs a lot of energy. We need to make sure we're getting through this fight pretty quickly, so let's, no. I think we'll just Wild Strike and defend. Sword Boomerang doesn't do a ton of damage until we start getting strength. So it's not worth the health right now. Finally, Spot Weakness. Still Disarm and nowhere to be seen. Spot Weakness is definitely happening. Defend Plus is definitely happening. And then I think Heavy Blade has to happen. Gross. Yeah, it's definitely better than... Let's see, we could do 11... To block for 6, we would lose 18 damage. I don't think that's worth it. Alright, Disarm is great. If a little late. Probably should have headbutted first. But if I have to choose between defend and strike, I'll choose strike. I don't think this is enough damage, but I guess we'll try it. Oh, off by 2. Well, that's this run. I'm not sure what I did wrong here. It feels like I ran the fight correctly, but ran out of time. Oh, what? Oh, right, Fairy in a Bottle. I totally forgot about Fairy in a Bottle. I was just planning on using it for the heart, and so I forgot that it is an option to use it earlier than that. Cool. Okay, we're alive. I almost, like, conceded the run. We did have a disarm. Come on, man. We picked a disarm. It's right here. Could have had 2 of them. That's true. Okay, so second sword boomerang would be fine. We've got 2 strength scaling cards. We've got the other sword boomerang and a heavy blade. So that would be our 3rd strength scaling card. That ratio is getting a little bit weird, where we've only got the 1 spot weakness and the 1 headbutt to get it back, and then we've got a bunch of cards that are scaling based off of it, so maybe we need to pick another headbutt. I don't see this being a feel no pain deck, so I think we just skip here. Sword boomerang is strong though. But if we pick a sword boomerang, we might like not be able to pick like a pummel later, which would be even better. So I think we skip. Oh yeah, whetstone, obviously. I don't think we can afford the pain, given that we're forced into an elite here in a second, so we'll take an upgrade. The next fight is either Slavers or Gremlin Leader. Disarm's quite good against Gremlin Leader. Cleave is probably the pick against Gremlin Leader. Or, I guess I positioned both of those against Gremlin Leader, which wasn't my intention, but it is what I meant and said. Disarm's probably better against Gremlin Leader. But Cleave is also good in that fight. What are we doing against Slavers? I guess feeding on them, ideally. Probably need that heavy blade upgrade. I think that's the most important way we're scaling our strength. This choice doesn't matter. I'll take a molten egg. It's probably not super important. We've probably taken about all the attacks we're going to take. But this run is almost dead. So if we can get any value out of it, it's worth it. Alright, we can block him out. Or we could knock him down. Can we knock him down and feed on him? I don't think so, but I guess let's see how much damage we do. Oh right, the boot. Oh, not enough. Do I save the feed or knock him down? I think I save the feed. Wow, Hoff is all in on this on this golden idol math. Okay, what'd you find, Hoff? Max damage here is strike, strike, heavy blade. So let's get the boot value here, and then the heavy blade into Chosen. Huh. Yeah, that validates my my assumptions. The thing I said when I didn't pick Golden Idol is, well, let's assume you get like 500 gold over the course of the run. It seems like I was a little bit low, but not way off. We can defend and take 9. I think this is not the speed pot, but it's close. Spot weakness, I think I'm going to headbutt back the heavy blade. Is Heavy Blade, Sword Boomerang, Pommel Strike lethal? 29 plus 18 is 47 plus 10, so 57, so no. What about Armaments, Heavy Blade, Sword Boomerang? We got an extra 6, which is less than before. Okay, I guess we have to block to survive then. So, Armaments defend without the speed pot is 6 plus 10, or wait, plus 9. So that's 15, so that blocks exactly. That seems fine. I don't want to pass on too much damage. There's a good chance we just die next turn. If we Pommel Strike, we shuffle. Oh, actually, we're not passing on any damage, because this does 24. So we're doing 33, so that's more damage if we Pommel Strike. Okay. So let's draw some cards, cause a shuffle. Get that damage in. Alright, feed? No. Okay, so without speed pot, this is 13 plus 9 is 22, 28 block. So we would die, so we'll use speed pot. We could take 4 to avoid a daze, but I think that's silly. No feed, but I'm happy just to win the fight, so whatever. What do we need to win this next elite fight? This question mark needs to be good. If we turn into a ghost, that's pretty good. If we turn into a ghost and get Pommel Strike, we're more able to find our intangibles. It seems pretty weak. Wild Strike Plus is pretty good. It'd be our second Wild Strike Plus. Maybe eventually we find like a second wind or something. I haven't had problems spending all the energy or playing all the cards in my hand. Card draw is really only good if you have more energy than you can spend. Or if you like, if some of the options in your deck are better than others, which is always true to some extent, but if you're spending your energy on drawing cards, that is energy that you're not spending on killing your opponents. Yeah, it's true. We have been spending energy on strikes and defense and stuff, for sure. Yeah, I'm not crazy sold on the Wild Strike. It seems wrong to have 2 copies of Pommel Strike in a deck, but maybe we can make it work. Can we be a ghost? We can! Okay. That's surprising. Neat, I guess. It looks like we need to be a ghost like right friggin' now, so let's go ahead and Pommel Strike and find it. We also have Armaments Plus, so we can upgrade our ghosty boys. We did not find it. If we Armaments Defend, do we survive? We block for 6 and then 9, so 15, and we take 19 and die. Well, I mean, it was cool that we like picked a Pommel Strike hoping we would turn into a ghost, and then immediately turned into a ghost, but it wasn't enough, because we are now dying. Thanks to Centennial Puzzle, we might die with an intangible in hand, but I think that's the best we can hope for. Unless we can kill somebody? No. I guess I'll block for the most I can. No intangible. Didn't get it. Okay. Well, that's the run. Oops, I meant to look at the deck so I could eulogize the run more efficiently, but I did not succeed. Pretty interesting deck. Tried to do the like headbutt plus limit break thing, or not limit break. I was about to talk about limit break because I wanted to find one, and we didn't. Yeah, that's a good idea. Statistics does have it. The spot weakness. Spot weaknesses was a really big pick. That was our, I think, floor 1 reward. Or no, we took it from Niao. Niao gave us a card reward, which is kind of a weak option. Would have been a really interesting deck if we'd actually gotten to play around with those apparitions. But we came online just at the same time as we died, so a bit unfortunate.